Classic TV fans, Rick9G here. Thank you so much for joining me today as we're going to be talking about the Rob Zombie Monsters movie. I'm so excited to talk about this and to give you the latest updates. Before I get to that, I do want to thank all of you for being subscribers. If you don't know, I want to reach 150,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We are approaching that number, but I can't do it without your help. So if you've been watching, haven't hit the subscribe button, and you've been watching for a long time, it's absolutely free and it's a great way to help me get to my goal. So let's get started. I want to begin with this piece of footage from Rob Zombie himself. Now, the shakiness of the camera, you can see how gritty the image is, if that makes sense. It almost looks like old footage. Even how you can see the edge of the negative. That was all Rob Zombie. I mean, I didn't do any effect to this. And he's walking down Mockingbird Lane to the cul-de-sac that is the Munsters' home. Now, I don't believe that the Munsters' home was in a cul-de-sac on the TV show. Just a little difference that I noted. But, I mean, this is it. This is what we're going to be looking at. And it's the first moving pictures, moving images, video that we see of the Munsters' mansion. Very, very cool. And, may I add, from Rob Zombie himself. Now, look at this image here. It's Rob Zombie on the right in his everyday wear, not his musical attire. And on the left, you'll see a woman that I've talked to about. The actress's name is Katherine Shell. Now, she is going to play a character called Zoya Krupp. I've covered her before, so it's not like it's the first time you see if you're following along into basically all of the updates. But he does say that her part is done being filmed. So it's kind of like, ooh, at the end of the day, she's playing a gypsy type character. We don't know much other than that, but I did want to bring you this image and this update. Now, these two images that you will see are kind of similar. One is behind the lens, so this is a shot that could possibly be in the movie. Remember, not everything that's filmed gets in a movie. Sometimes they cut things out, and even scenes that are pretty good just because of flow or running time and all that stuff. We won't get into that. But a lot of you were able to explain to me what I didn't know and what all the numbers meant on the bottom, so I appreciate that. And it's really interesting, all the green lighting that is put on these actors and the red in the behind or in the background. That's what I wanted to say. It's just so interesting. Of course, we see Grandpa Munster, we see Lily and Herman. We see Herman with, I believe that's his pajamas, right? The skull pajamas we usually see him with. You see the bolts in his neck. The headpiece is pretty good. It actually does look very Herman Munster-esque, so that's good. Lily looks a little bit, and I'm going to be critical here because, I mean, I'm trying to come at this in a fair way. She looks a little bit like Morticia Addams. I think people have noted that, but I just wanted to note that. But I love Grandpa overall. He does have a mustache. Now, Count Dracula did have a mustache in the novel. I know that's not what this is, but I'm not too upset over the mustache. It all works. I feel like it all works for this world. There's nothing that pops out at me that is strange. But let's look at this image. Now, as the other image was basically behind the camera, this is behind Rob Zombie's phone. That's what I'm going to guess. Because you can see him on the right. You see Grandpa waving, Dan Roebuck, right? And then in the middle, we see Sherry Moon, Rob's wife. And then on the left, we see Jeff Daniel Phillips as Herman Munster in sunglasses. No other. He was also in sunglasses in the last shot I showed you. In those, I think, pajamas. That's my guess. I could be wrong. You can clearly see that everyone looks green, even Rob, so the lighting is to highlight the actors and make them look green. Again, I keep guessing, and my guess is that it's for the black and white, because look at the red in back. Now, it will look cool in color. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but it's just unusual how some of the clothing that you actually see on the actors are different colored. For example, like Herman's pajamas, but there's a green light on it. So I think in black and white, all that would go away and we would just see different tones of gray. Again, that's my guess. I could be completely wrong. I love your thoughts down below. I see the streak in Lily's hair. I see a wreath in the back. This could be the funeral parlor where Herman works at. We already know Herman's boss will appear. A lot of cool stuff. So there's a lot of speculation in this photo. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. Yes, it will be confirmed that we will see our very own Marilyn in the Munsters. Now wait, I have to clarify here because although Pat Priest, the actress, one of the actresses who played Marilyn Munster, and I'll explain that, for the first 13 episodes, Beverly Owens was the one who played Marilyn Munster. And then she was replaced later on for the rest of the show by Pat Priest. Now we could say that for us, Pat Priest is Marilyn Munster, so she will be in the movie. That is Pat Priest. I believe there's no confirmation as to how, or whether it will be facially or it will be her voice. We don't have a confirmation on that, but we do have confirmed Pat Priest will be in this movie some way, somehow. And may I add, we don't know if she's going to be playing Marilyn, an older version. Maybe they'll do CGI, probably not. But my guess is maybe she'll play a grandma type character, or maybe the real Marilyn Munster, and then we see another, let's say her granddaughter, and she'll be named something else. I don't know. I'm just making things up of what it could be, but Pat Priest will be in it, and I don't know. In my eyes, this is Marilyn. I mean, she's going to be in the movie, and I'm really excited to see that, our very own Marilyn in the movie. There's also rumors that Butch Patrick will be in the movie, but those are still rumors. There's still some other things I know that I can't really bring to you at this time. They're not super shocking or anything. There are a couple images that I saw, but I cannot say any more than that. Again, nothing shocking or groundbreaking, just different viewpoints or different images that we haven't seen that maybe I can post to you in very soon. So don't forget to subscribe if you're really interested in seeing these updates. Always stay positive, and most importantly, be hopeful. Thank you so much to my supporters on Patreon, especially my Diamond tier patrons. New patron Gerard D, David D, Citizen Kane 359, Greg S, Kevin K, Ricky, Sally, and Vito L. Make sure to check the links in the description to see how you could be on this list as well.